Hi there, thanks for joining me. Back in the garage. Got a cheeky little repair to do today. This is my Cycliq Fly 12 bike camera and light. I've had this for about 7 years. It's dead. It's dead. The battery's in it. After a couple of years, they just started really dropping out, and down to the point where I was only getting, if I'd got the light on full, you were getting about half an hour before it just died. If you had it on flash, I could probably get about an hour riding, recording, and then over the last, well, I've not used it for 2 years because it's just pointless. You put it on and it's dead in about 10 minutes. So yeah, it's just sat as a bit of a paperweight. But I've been online. There it is, look, that's the Fly 12. It's a decent bit of kit when it's working. But like I say, when the batteries went and they just started losing their power, it's absolutely useless. But we've got a wicked upgrade here. So I've been online. I put links in the description for these batteries. I've got 2 different upgraded batteries. I've got these ones here, the Panasonic. These ones are up, I think these are 3.4 amp hours. And I've got the red ones as well. Now, I wasn't sure on the sizes. That's why I went for everything. I bought them ones because I knew they were going to fit. These ones, I wasn't sure. I didn't know if they were going to be slightly bigger, but they're not. The size is identical. These are 3.5 each. So we should have 7 amps of battery in this light, and it's never had that much power. This should be a brilliant upgrade. And hopefully it's going to transform this back to being a fantastic camera, because I was really liking it when I first had it. It was a brilliant bit of kit. It's dirty at the minute, it's filthy. It's been stuck in the drawer, like I say, for ages. Let's strip it down. Let's get these batteries in there and get it back working better than it was when we first bought it. Tools for the job. I've got the screwdriver set, which is like just a really cheap set off of Amazon for taking apart mobile phones and stuff. There should be the screwdrivers in there to strip this down. And I've got my soldering iron. This one is the Milwaukee soldering iron, but I put links in the description for a cheaper soldering iron, and this one as well. This one comes in at about 70 quid plus the battery, but it is wicked, really good bit of kit. Let's strip it down, let's get it sorted. Right, let's get this going on. You can see it's a little bit dirty. We'll give it a clean as well while we're going down. And yeah, let's get started. We've got the little clips in the back there. Pop them open there. It reveals a little screw there. And the screwdriver I'm going to need is this one here. It's just a small cross-headed one. I've still got the memory card in there, so I'll pop the memory card out as well. There's my little memory card. I'll put that safe. Memory card's out. That's over there. Okay, on the front here we've got 2 screws to get the black cover off, and in the back there we've got a little one there. So let's go with that one to start with. I hate tiny little screws. My eyes just ain't good enough anymore. Okay, there's 2 in the front. These are the silver ones in the front there. And this front bit should come off now. There we go. Like I say, we'll give that a good clean. That reveals 4 screws on this front cover as well now, and we can take those off. Got a nice heat sink. This is really lovely made. It's a beautiful bit of kit. It's just this battery life has been a real downside to it. The batteries that are in there are from standard Panasonic batteries, and I think they are 3.2 amp hours each, and there's 2 of them. I say the first upgrade is to take them to 3.4, but I'm going to try and get them all the way up to the 3.5. Okay, so that's those 4 out of there. So at the minute, we've got 4 out the front. You just see the workings inside there start to come out, and there's the batteries inside. Now there's a little screw in there, look. Okay, so we can pull that comes out nicely, so we can get at this screw here. Try not to drop it in the case. There we go, that one's out as well. So that's the one from inside. There's another one just, that one's a little bit more tricky to get at. Just tucked away down there, look. Okay, and that's that one out as well. So now we should be able to get this. This is your battery carrier. That should start to come out now with a bit of luck. I might just use just got a plastic push tool there just to see if we can give it a little press. Let's try and hook it up. It's tight. See if gravity will help. We'll just give it a little tap. It doesn't make any difference. I've got a little screwdriver. I'm just going to poke through the little slot there above the USB onto that. There's like a tape under there. Just gently press that and you can see it's just starting to move it. Yeah. And hopefully we can grab hold of it and give it a little tug. Wiggle. There it comes. It's coming. Gotcha. Yeah, so it's got this tape on here, look, that's just holding it off a little bit. And there's the gubbins, and what we're just pressing against then. Oh, okay, on that tape at the back there. Okay, well it's out now, so that's good. You can see it's an absolutely beautiful bit of kit. It's really well made. I mean, they've squeezed everything into this small package. Those big batteries, but look at all the circuitry in there. It's very, very tidy. Also, that's got like a heat, like a silicone on it, just to make it heat sink off to the casing. Okay, we'll just get the batteries a tweak. It's really tight in this hole. There's not a lot to play with there. You can see how close they are. Actually, they've been rubbing, look. See the wires on the back there they've all been chafing on that case in there. Okay, right, so let's disconnect. Just pull that tape off of there, give us a bit of slack, and then we can pull these wires out of the holder, noting which way around this plug goes. Look, reds are to the back, so let's have that out of there like that. That can go down there then, and there we go. This is what we've got to work with. So let's strip this down. See, looking at this one is only 4,400 milliamp hours, and what we're going to upgrade it to, each one of these is 3.5, so we're going up to 7, so it's going to really increase the power. And they are the same size. It says on there what they are. It's the 18650, and these red ones are 18650GA. The green ones are the 18650B. But I'm going to go for the big dogs. I'm going to try these ones in there. Right, let's cut this open. case off the battery. I'll put that over there for now. And then underneath this one, we've got the circuit board. Got to be careful not to damage this circuit board because we have got to reuse that. It's got to be soldered back onto the new batteries. The new batteries, you need to try and get the ones with tabs on them. There are some available without tabs, but you really need to get the ones with tabs or wires. It just makes it so much easier to connect to. It's actually soldered. Yeah, you see the tab comes over the top there. Now we can actually see the circuit board, and if you remove the cardboard from the ends, you can see all the tabs as well. So we've got a desolder from there. I might just try and pull that off for now. Okay. So we've now separated that from, so I might be able to just solder that straight back down onto the new one. And then same on this side as well. Let's try and pop that off the back. Okay. So there we go. Battery is released. We've got his circuit board that's got to go back on again. I might just have to put a little bit of tape over that to stop that from getting damaged anymore, if we can fit that in. Positive side of the battery is the side with the little ridge on it. So if we get his new batteries, you can see they look positive, and it's got the little ridge on it there. I just removed that black insulation that they've got from factory. I just sliced that off to give us something to work with. Off both sides. They're certainly on tight. There we go. Off. Okay, so we've got one new cell there. Let's have another one. As if by magic. Right, and positive, positive. So we've got positive to positive, like that. So they had them going literally just joined at the hip. But because we've got two, we'll have to cut one of the tabs a bit shorter and get it coming across. I don't know, might work. I can just get a blob of solder in the middle. And then this little fella then will sit on the top as it was before. I think I need to just tin these up a little bit so that they stick to each other. Let's try and get some solder on them. Got the Milwaukee, we'll just get that heating up. It doesn't take long, 15 seconds or so, and if I press that round as well, we can stand that up next to the work site. Just try and get a bit of solder on the end of that, and then we can heat these tabs up and then just drop some solder in there and just try and give them a bit of a coating. Yeah, get a nice blob on that. Let that cool down, do the other one, and then spin them round and do the other side. Okay, now then, like we said, positive to positive. We get these locked in together with this little board coming in as well. Okay, so we could do with getting those at the bottom like that, out the way of the contact, and then drop that in so that it's not going to chop the wires up. Yeah, that's a better way of doing it. Okay. Right, this is going to be it's going to be a fiddly one, isn't it? I might have to just trim that round once we've got that in. Let's tin this one up as well. Okay. It might be easier now if I put some tape round that with that on there. If I get that in and get that there, and then tape it all together, so I've not got to hold it so much when I'm trying to solder it up. Let's pop a bit of tape round it. Okay, how's that looking? Let's make sure that we're all level. Just push that back down a little bit, and then wires shouldn't get us chafing. Right, okay, so we've got them two there. We've got that one coming in there as well. Just need to make sure that they're all touching, and then we can solder them all together. Okay, they are all joined now on that side. I just need to take that sharp edge off there, like that. But that's all the positives all in. Oh, I don't know, I don't like that. I don't think that's fully down. Let's just do that bit again there. Okay, I've got that nice and close as well. We're just pressing that. That's definitely all soldered up now. So that's looking good that side. Oops, a daisy. I haven't done any good. Okay, right, so now it's the back side, isn't it? Let's push that down there. Oh no, they're not stuck now. God blimey. It looks like I'm getting dry joints all over the place here. Maybe I need some more flux. Oh, okay, let's try a different solder. I've got a little bit of flux here as well. I'm just going to add an extra bit of flux onto that. Okay. Just go with that again. Nah, 100% that has got it now. That is definitely a good connection. Right. Yeah, let's go with the back then. Let's try this back side. So we've got to tin this negative as well. Let's try and straighten it out just a tiny bit. Get rid of the crinkles because we are really pushed for space. Alright, let's just drop a little bit on there to start with. Bit of flux on all of that. Okay, right, and let's get that. That needs to go down into its position where it's going to go. I'm raring and ready, so let's go for it. Okay, you can see everything there is molten. Yeah, I think we've definitely got everything there. Right, definitely all stuck down. Looking good. And what we'll do is we'll put these back on again. Just to offer up a little bit of protection on that. I'm just going to try and get a little bit extra just on the top of them wires there. Let's do the same with the back. We might even be able to get it back into this. Right, battery is in. Okay, so that's going in that way up. Ooh, it's going to be really tight. I know it is. We haven't got a lot of room. And we said the red wires were pointing to the back, so let's plug those in first. Okay, that's in. And then now let's try and get this back down into its hole. Now it is really tight. It's a really tight squeeze, especially with all that blue plastic on it. But we might have to take it apart again in a minute, so I won't say any more. Okay, it looks like we're in. Definitely in. It's tight, but it is there. Right then. I'm sure we've got them up a bit. So shall we just try it now and see if we've got any joy going on? So that's that way up, isn't it? And then we've got power is on. So the power is this one. So let's just give that a poke. Nothing. Not a thing. Let's just try pressing the reset button, which is that one there, isn't it? Just give that a little press in there. Let's just press the reset. No, that's not the reset. Don't poke that too hard. Not the reset. Oh, is that the reset there? Still not working. Let's take it to bits again. Put them batteries back out. Let's just double check them. Disconnect them. Get the multimeter out. Ah! We've got 0. But if I touched on there and on there. Ah, we've got a dodgy connection somewhere. Yeah, it's your multimeter leads. You haven't done them up properly. Right, let's have a look. Where are we losing this power? Oh, we've got power now. Yeah, the little multimeter probe tips screw in, and that's what it was. I hadn't done. One of them was loose. Ah, and not now. Somewhere we've got a bad connection. Where is that then? How can that be happening? That's soldered solid on there. Oh, let's try plugging a USB into it and see if we can see if that affects it. If I put the USB charger on it, see if we can get it back to life. It's obviously had a right old wobble on it. Okay, let's try the USB in there, see if that will do anything with it. Got no lights coming on. Oh! Ah! Life! Yes! It likes that. Hey up! Hey up! Come on, baby! Let's be having you. What does that do to that? Has that made any difference to that? Yep. 3.6, it's charging. It's gone up. Well, we've got a permanent light on now on the back. 3.7. Oh, these at 3.5. They were at 3.5, weren't they? So they need charging. Yeah, they're going up now. Ah, okay. So they were probably at 3.5. This thought it was dead. They thought the batteries were dead. They just needed charging. I took all that to bits for nothing. Ah. Right, in which case then we could start to put this back together again. Okay, I'm not going to do the blue outer. I think I'm being a bit silly putting that back on. That's a bit overkill, isn't it? But we'll get let's get this backing back on again. I've got to use that tape again because that's going to rip if I take that off. Oh no, there we go. Alright, let's have that on there again. Yeah, we'll get some new tape on there, and then I'm going to tape the whole battery assembly back up with this insulation tape rather than using the blue. Okay, right. Let's get this back in its holder again. Might go in a bit easy without all that blue stuff on there as well. Yep. Okay, that's all in. Get the rubber gasket back up. Oh, that's the last thing to go on, isn't it? Let's just pull that heat sinks back up again. Right, let's pop the charger out. Yes, that sounds more like it, and that actually carried on, so we know we've got power going on. Let's just see if we have gained anything. Yes, 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 it's working. It lives. Oh, wicked. Yeah, and its battery's dead, so it's low. But yeah, it's going to charge though, that is. It's going to work. Oh, there we go, look. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, brilliant. And then just, let's kill it off. Right, let's get it back in its case. Oh, yes. Okay, I'll just pop those back in a minute while we just lower it in. Okay. So speakers in the top there. Make sure these heat sinks are out. And then let's lower that back into its hole. Yeah, try and be careful not to trap the rubber gasket like I've just done. Oh, I've took the rubber under, look. God, I've got to pull it back up again. Oh, it's got the rubber's just gone under there. There it is. Phew, saved it. Okay, get that out of the way. Right, now let's try and push that back in. Let's pop them out again. Make sure it's all coming in. Yeah, look at that. Beautiful. It's gone right back in that. So it definitely goes in easier than what you pull it out. And push that right back up. Yeah. Now we've got this 2 screws to go in there first. Let me put this, let's drop that in there a minute. So it was these 2 here to go back in first. So I'm going to use the tweezers just to put them in. So this whole job, taking it apart, putting it back together, it's taken just over an hour. But if I hadn't have made that mistake with the multimeter leads and plugging the USB charger in, start that one off, I think I could probably have done it, I don't know, 45 minutes, something like that. The little fiddly one right in the corner. I couldn't find any videos on how to take this apart. There was a little tutorial on a website, but yeah, if I'd have had something like this, it would have been so much easier. So hopefully this is going to help a few of you out who's got these, because they are a good light. They just need the batteries changing. Yep. Okay. That one's in. That one's in. Let's get this gasket on properly. A little bit fiddly getting this gasket back on again, but it is quite a robust gasket. It must be a silicon gasket, because when I trapped it, it didn't break it. Okay, Yes. Yep. There it is. Get the bigger screws in. Right. Let's give this lens a little wipe. Oh, it looks like new. Got a little war wound there where I fell off and walloped it, but yeah, it's a tough old gelt. Alright, that's on that way. And it was the little silver screws on the front. And then in the back, we've just got the one little screw to go in there. With a bit of luck, I can get that in without dropping it. There we go. We can have the SD card back in as well. Getting the right way around, it always helps. Yeah. Right, that can go back down, and then we can plug that in again and get it charging up. Yeah, look at that. Banging. Alright, there we go. Oh, we've got it on charge. It's not getting warm, so it's definitely charging. Lights on. I'll leave it overnight. We'll give it a real good charge. I might even go for a ride on my bike tomorrow, and we'll try it out and see how long it lasts. I'm pretty, yeah, I'm pretty confident though. I think that's done it. Obviously, my mistake. I'd put it together. I tested the voltage on it. It's the lithium batteries, isn't it? You kind of always think that if a battery's flat at 3.5 volts, or it's a 3.7 volt battery, but I've just put a meter on the old one that is stone dead, and that's got 3.2 volts still in it. So the tolerances are very fine on them. Dead battery, 3.5 volts. Fully charged battery, 3.7. You know, it's very, very minute. Like I say, let's let this charge up overnight, and then we'll test it tomorrow and see how we get on. There we go. It's been on charge overnight, and we've now got green light on. Nice and cool. Beware man in lycra. Let's get out on the road and see how we get on. You can see the lights flashing away like a good one. That's it recording. Not bad at all, so that's all working okay. Even the date's right on it, which is quite bizarre. Quick and fast forward, yeah, I ain't peddling that quick. But you can see the recording quality is good. Well, so there we go, just got back, 2 hours on the bike. The light is still flashing and it's recording, which is amazing because it hasn't been like that for a long, long while. Nice and cool as well, so it's not overheating or anything. Yeah, really pleased, great repair. What I'll do is I'll just check on the app and we'll see how much battery life is left in it. So that's 2 hours on flash and record, just to give us an idea as to how the power rating's going. If you've enjoyed this video though, if it's been of use, if you're going to be able to fix your Cycliq Fly 12, then drop me a little thumbs up, drop me some comments, and I'll see you in another video. Thanks for watching.
Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. 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 Wake up, today's gonna be a good day.